y'all, it's Maxine, your favorite wine specialist, guiding you on your journey through fine wine. And it is Monday, so you know that it is Monday Wine Q&A. So let's hop right into it. So while I was reviewing some of my content, coming up with some ideas that I wanted to share with you guys, I realized I have featured all this fine wine, but I have not yet taught you on how to taste the wine. And I know that sounds really simple. And when I was going through some of my messages, I realized that that was one of the questions. So glad it was there. I know that you all wanted to know. So let's get right into it. But before we go through the 3-step process that I will feature for how to taste our wine, we have to acknowledge the wine that we are drinking. And I haven't featured this particular wine yet too. So this is just a video of all new things, and that's really great. And thank you to all the new viewers, for everyone tuning in. So cheers to the newness. Now let's get right into it. So the wine for today is Dr. Konstantin Frank, and this is a dry Riesling. Yes, I said dry. A dry Riesling from, guess where? The Finger Lakes in New York. I know, this has a lot into it. So when we think of Riesling, let's talk about the grape first. When we think of Riesling, usually our first introduction to the grape is the sweeter style. And that's a very popular style. It definitely serves its purpose. But my favorite style of Riesling is dry because it drinks really well. You get to see a different expression of the grape. And the Finger Lakes region in New York is really thriving in Riesling. And Dr. Konstantin Frank is a notable pioneer for bringing quality wine grapes to the Finger Lakes regions. Now that we know that Riesling grows well in the Finger Lakes, let's find out another area that it grows in, which is Germany, and that's Riesling's origins. Now, let's get into the fun part. So you've selected your wine, so you're gonna pour a glass and relax, and hopefully you're sharing it with someone so you can cheers to them and go through this process not alone. But anyway, if you are, you can still go through the steps with me. So we poured our glass. So the first thing we're gonna do, we are going to look at our glass. We are going to examine the color of the wine. This Riesling gives us more of a pale yellow. If you have a red, you may have various hues from brick red to some blue hues. It can be more see-through or it can be opaque. It all depends on that particular style of wine that you have selected. Don't think too hard in looking at your wine. You really want to pay attention to how you look at wine unless you're doing a professional tasting. And even then, you're not going to know everything. But that's irrelevant to everyday drinking. So we've looked at our wine, so now we are going to smell our wine. But before we smell our wine, we want to swirl it a little bit. So you want to give it a quick little swirl, not a vigorous swirl, just a gentle swirl, just to kind of wake it up. It's been in the box for a while. You want to expose it to some air because you're going to smell it. And stick your nose in there. Don't be scared. Stick your nose in there. So upon smelling this wine, what I pick up, first thing I got was a hint of spice. I also picked up some citrus notes and some apple. Don't beat yourself up if you are unable to detect various aromas. It takes practice and it is a skill that I consistently hone. Now you smelled your wine, let's get to the favorite part of tasting it. So we've swirled our wine, we've smelled it, let's taste it. So let's figure out the notes. And I'm gonna taste with you guys. Usually I've already done it so I can just give you the notes, but I'll taste with you today. So let's taste. Now, what you probably noticed, besides my lovely lipstick, what you probably noticed is how I swish the wine in my mouth. That is what you want to do. You want to swish it around your mouth like mouthwash. Again, not vigorously, just a quick little swish. And the reason why you want to do this is you really want to get the full mouth experience of your wine. You want to be able to detect the acidity in the wine. And in Riesling, this is moderate plus acidity. Rieslings tend to be moderate to high acidity. I'm able to taste that in my cheeks and in this area because, excuse me, that's where it tingles. So that indicates acidity. And that is why you want to swish around you want to swish your wine in your wine. Why you want to swish your wine in your mouth Pardon me today, my goodness. Anyway, so the notes that I detected from this is a very clean and refreshing wine. I pick up apple, I pick up some orange zest in this one, and I also get a little stony kind of slate note, which is a characteristic of Riesling. This one drinks really well. Now that we were able to detect our notes, I can give you a wine pairing. For this one, I really enjoy Riesling with Asian food. We have Thanksgiving right around the corner. This will definitely pair well with your Thanksgiving dinner with ham and turkey and also chicken. It also drinks well by itself. This drinks really, really great. And I will also do it with some smoked foods, some things that you grill out. I know the weather is still nice here in Durham, so we still have some more cookout grilling weather here. So this would be a great addition to any cookout or any gathering that you're going or just sitting in your back porch, just grilling some food. The last step, although I said 3, that's just the 3 technical process, but make sure above, I think this is the most important step, enjoy your wine. You purchased it, enjoy it. Even if you do not adhere to every 3 step each time, even though I do, you don't have to, but now you are armed with the knowledge to do so. But make sure above all that you are enjoying your wine. In conclusion, don't forget to submit your questions to me for Monday Wine Q&A or any suggestions or any wine-related discussions we may have. It'll probably be featured. Until next week, drink good, live well.